All right, so this is the 2014 Ford F-150 Raptor, and this vehicle is actually already in game, and some Wait for owners like me previously had it, but it got re-added back, which is somewhat unfortunate. But at this point, I couldn't be that bothered since I don't play as much anymore. But it's still nice that it got re-added back because now it has a fresh new model. You got this nice like Falcon branding right across the front end. You see these additional details. These look like I forgot what they're called, but the things that you use for towing, which is also pretty nice. And you got these nice new rims. I like these types of rims personally, but the only issue is this is blacked out. This is the blackest you can make them. So it has more of like if it's hard to explain, but it has more of a preference towards, I guess, like gray and silver colors. Because if you make it silver, the whole rim turns silver. If you make it black, you only get part of it. But I like how these look because they're unique. You don't see these on trucks that much. So it gives this like a bit of in my opinion, a bit of a sports like appearance. So you got this system where you can open only the front door, not the rear door. I'm not entirely sure how it works with the F-150, if I'm honest, but I thought it would work where you could open like this back door as well, but it come out like it would come out like this way. It's like it's hard to explain, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is like a performance like optimization, but we're gonna keep going anyways. So you can see though, in the back it's a little bit more tame, but like me personally, I actually really like how this back end looks. I actually like chose this color because I used to watch a lot of Top Gear, and there's this one episode where they were in the mountains, Jeremy Clarkson and James May, and Jeremy Clarkson was using a yellow Hennessy F-150, and it was like it looked so hot. Like I really loved that car when I was younger, especially in the yellow. Like the yellow was what made it for me. So that's that. So you can get into the back seats, by the way, in this vehicle. And you can see it's rather tame back here, most probably because it's very unlikely people are actually going to be spending their time here. If you're going to be in the F-150, you want to be in the front, but you can see it's still nice nonetheless that you have this capability to enter the back seats. So front seat wise, you can see the interior is I'd say pretty simplistic if you ask me personally, especially in driving Empire standards, but nonetheless, I think it does what it needs to do as an interior. Kind of captures that Ford type of styling. And I've been in a lot of Fords before. I've noticed that they have this type of style where everything is like really robust and really boxy. Like even the screen is small. It has a lot of emphasis and just, in my opinion, size and girth, which is pretty nice in my opinion because I like it. It's like it looks like it's just made to do the job rather than be luxurious. That's that. So now we're actually going to take this Ford F-150 Raptor for a quick spin. So that's the startup. Actually, in my opinion, I kind of like that. It's like aggressive, but not too much. Like you know what I'm saying? Because it's like the interior, it's practical. It does what it needs to do. That in itself is enough to explain what this vehicle does. So now let's hear that rev. Sounds nice. I wouldn't say I love it. It just sounds kind of like average if you ask me. Not to offend anybody, but that's just my opinion. Like I'm not really the best guy in terms of determining sounds, but like that's my evaluation right there. So we're gonna take this for a spin. You see the car. It's actually got some pretty good handling if you ask me for a truck. Like you would expect trucks like these to be more bricky and just like not as tossable. But that's me at least. So we're now gonna actually take this for a 0 to 60 test in 3, 2, 1. I messed it up, not gonna lie. My revving is probably gonna be a bit rusty because, as you guys know, it's been like 2 weeks since I played Driving Empire. But I figured that I may as well actually upload in this game because I'd kill my main channel if I didn't do it. So, anyways, we are nearing. Oh, tops out at 168 miles per hour. That's actually, in my opinion, that's actually a pretty good top speed, especially for a truck. So, yeah, that's that. And the braking is also, what you would expect from a vehicle of this size. This is the brand new Ford F-150 Raptor. And my apologies if I've butchered the name. I believe it is the Raptor, and I actually double checked with a couple of people in the server. They said it's also the Raptor, although it does have a different display name in Driving Empire. It is the Falcon something Roar T rather than the Predator, which is what the Raptor is. So I really don't know, but I'm assuming that this is the Raptor because like that's normally what they would call their performance pickup. But don't quote me, I could be wrong on that. But anyways, in terms of styling, this is actually a pretty well-made truck. You can see it even has its four doors. You can even enter the bed like the previous car, which gives you extended capacity, which is always a W if you ask me. The interior is a bit more it's a bit more complex, but although at the same time quite similar, you still have like you have more diversity here with these headrests. I like this one because I've seen this a lot, like this type of headrest before. I've never seen whatever this is. This is like, it looks like a cylinder, which is, interesting. You got this. I got this nice like brown trim here, because I thought it would be nice alongside the dark blue outer colors. I was thinking more of a luxury kind of coloration with this type of truck. So you can see here, this is once again a very brawny and bulky interior. There's a big emphasis on just this size and these types of vehicles, even with like all the buttons and everything, which I really love. And then you got the screen, which is this time around is a lot more bigger than it was prior, and you even have this like this very detailed screen over there, which is pretty nice. You see even the door, you can see there is a lot of detail here, making sure that this car has that Ford F-150 traditional appearance, which I like. And even the Falcon branding, I'm pretty sure this is also in the back. Let me just double check. Yes, it is in fact also in the back, which is very nice. So we're now going to take this vehicle for a spin. I like that startup too. It's kind of similar to the previous Raptor that we just checked out. So anyways, the Brev. I like that. It sounds pretty nice, like almost like supercharged. I could be wrong, but it sounds nice. Like compared to the previous Raptor that we checked out, this has like a different type of vibe, if that's the best way to put it. In terms of handling, it doesn't feel as tossable as a Raptor. Maybe I'm wrong. They're probably around the same, but it's still tossable nonetheless, which is surprising once again for a truck. Anyways, let's actually now do the 0 to 60 in 3, 2, 1. I actually like how that sounds, I'm not gonna lie. But one thing that did surprise me is for these types of trucks, I expected them to have more gearing, but they only have 5 gears, which is surprising. It's like normally when I take American cars, I think a lot of gears, but no, not with these vehicles. The top speed is actually kind of bad. Like it's like 115, what you would expect from a truck, but like compared to the previous Raptor, it's not actually that great. This is the 2001 Toyota Celica, and if I be honest here, I never see the day when this would be added into Driving Empire. Heck, even a Roblox game. It's actually crazy. Like I just wouldn't expect this ever, but nonetheless, I'm not complaining because I love this car. It's one of my favorite sports cars from Toyota. I'm not really personally much of a JDM guy, and this is not necessarily like just JDM because I used to live in the UK, and in elementary school I actually knew my friend who had a dad that had this, and it was in blue, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever back in the day. So anyways, this car actually has rear seat capability for those who enjoy that benefit. It's actually, in my opinion, I would not recommend staying here. The leg room is not great, but since this is Driving Empire and that doesn't matter, it's nice to have that, that additional feature and capability. So anyways, in terms of the interior, I'd actually like to say that, in my opinion, of the stickers that I've seen today, this sticker right here is the most well executed one. Like it actually looks realistic with all the reflection and everything. I actually like what they did here, and in my opinion, the interior here is actually really good. Like it looks kind of like the Celica, in my opinion. Now of course it's not the most hyper detailed interior, but for what they did here, they did a good job, if you ask me. So yeah, that's that. Now let's take this vehicle for a spin. Looking forward to hearing that sound. Okay, in my opinion, that sounded kind of weak. Like that just, I personally did not like that. Maybe the rev will make up for it. Oh damn! That is actually really nice. I'm not gonna lie. Like that is, I wasn't expecting it to be like that loud, but wow, man, this sounds powerful. If you ask me, that's actually nice. That's a nice sound. Like that. I normally don't really care about sounds that much, but this car has a really nice sound effect in my opinion. Wow. Okay, now we're gonna do the 0 to 60 in 3, 2, 1. Try not to miss a gear here. I'm not gonna lie. And 140 miles per hour. That's actually, it's pretty good. What I noticed though, the highlight is definitely the acceleration. This thing accelerates like crazy, especially for the 30K cars. So I have to say this might be a good budget circuit car, and the braking is pretty good too. So I'd say pretty impressive. Now it's time to do the update overview, and now I'm doing the voiceover, so you could probably see the difference in my quality and all of that. But anyways, if I were to evaluate this update, I would give it a decent rating. Now they added 3 new cars. Of the cars that were added, they had 2 F-150s, to be fair, different model years. Although in my opinion, the new F-150 was kind of dry, especially compared to the 2014, which was just default superior in almost every way, with the performance and just how much faster it was. Now there's probably a reason behind that. Although like the new truck just didn't really feel that alive to me, but that's just my opinion. I guess it's more for like role plays and all of that. Now the new F-150 is also pretty nice, although it isn't necessarily a new vehicle, but I guess because the old F-150 was so rare, it probably is to some. So this is once again my opinion, so don't take it personally or anything, because you know other people might view this differently. Now the Celica, in my opinion, was a great inclusion, and you know, it's a really fun car to drive around. Although if I be honest, it feels kind of unbalanced for the price you're paying. You're getting such a monster. Like this thing drives so nicely. It's one of the cars I'd recommend trying out if you guys have not already. But you know, it is a pretty good car, although once again it might be broken. But overall, like I said, update was pretty solid. I'd say, you know, they did a decent job, and I'm just glad there wasn't anything to the roulette. So once again, thanks for watching. Drop a like if you enjoyed, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.